So just a few, sort of benchmarks for startups as they think about granting ESOPs, the quantum of ESOPs to really grant to each employee, and what sort of employees and what class of employees should I really consider when I think about ESOPs. So to determine as to how much you have to give to employees, you have an overall pool that is approved by the board. Now, to go above the pool or to exceed the pool, you need to go back to your board, go back to your investors and ask them for permission. So you are limited by the pool. So that is an element of constraint which you consider as you think about individual allocations. You will typically represent your ESOP grant as a certain proportion of the employee's annual CTC. So to say that as an employee, okay, I'm hiring you at a 20 lakh CTC, I'm giving you 20 lakhs worth of ESOPs today. It's worth 20 lakhs today, which will vest for you over a period of 3-4 years. But what's critical for an employee to understand, what's critical for the founder to communicate or for the manager to communicate is that it's 20 lakhs today. And as my company scales up, that 20 lakhs can very well read as 1. This again, why should there even be an upfront value when you give ESOPs to employees? Is because, like we talked about before, you may be hiring employees at a discount to their market salary. So he could have joined a larger company at a higher cash salary. You are making the good some portion of that sacrifice they're doing with ESOPs. So most companies underprice their ESOPs. They price it as of a discount to their last round valuation or much below the last round valuation, just so that the employees feel that they're getting an upfront benefit and they don't have to wait for the actual ESOPs to grow in value for them to see value. And another way to think about how much ESOPs to give an employee is to paint a picture to the employee to say that, okay, in 3 years, you're actually going to be worth X amount of rupees. And, that is the quantum of ESOPs I'm giving you. Based on my, sort of expectation of growth in the company, you can actually see a certain, 1 crore or 5 crore, etc. Whom should I cover under my ESOP scheme? Typically, key management personnel, employees driving value creation. There are some, sort of varied opinions here. A lot of companies also want to keep a very, very deep ESOP pool and cover a broad range of employees just to give them that upside. But what is critical from a company's perspective, startup's perspective, is to really communicate the value of ESOPs to whomever you're giving ESOPs to. Because your ESOP actually don't have a lot of value if the employees don't understand the wealth creation and the value creation potential. And if they're not willing to take a long-term bet on you. So a person who's looking at it as a 6-month or a 1-year sort of gig is not going to see value in ESOPs and probably should be covered by your ESOPs.
Revolutionize your startup's equity management with Qapita. Request a demo today.